What's going on, everybody? I'm back with Richard Linsday, another edition of That's What I Heard. Spring is sprung. We got a little bit of wet weather coming on, but we've got high 70s
coming this
later
weekend.
this week. That's pretty great. I'm happy to hear that. I got to work outside for the first time this past weekend. That was nice. It was a little windy, more than I was expecting, but still nice out. What are we expecting this coming up week?
Well, we're having the same 30s at night and 50s in the mornings to get kicked off, or excuse me, 50s during the day. But we're so close. The grass is going to start. We are seeing a little bit of, well, for starters, everybody's probably seeing the buds coming out in their trees. The willows actually are starting to put out small leaves. Maples are going to start showing the little buds are going to turn red. The red buds are going to be coming soon. They're all just getting ready to start. So the parties are really about to kick off. And this weekend, with the temperature being in the 70s, that's going to really be the beginning of kicking off the lawns. So for those of you who keep looking and the grass really isn't moving yet, because it really, for the most part, isn't, the party's all about to start.
So with the colder weather sticking around longer and all the snow we had, it seems like people sort of started the process later. My neighbor, who is our lawn queen, her family ran a lawn and landscaping company, so she's an expert on the topic. She actually got started later, and she actually mentioned to me that she started way later than usual. Is that something we're seeing a lot of?
We are seeing a lot. We're seeing that a lot, even with our customers and that kind of thing. I think it's a combination of two things. One, we had a more traditional winter, which we have not had in about 4 years, and so it's been colder. And even our warm spring days, our false springs, if you will, have been very short. And so there has been no weekends where we've had nice weather where it wasn't windy or something was wrong. And so everybody's getting started, but you know what? The plants are getting started a little bit later too. So we are on track for a really nice kickoff to spring. I think it's still going to be very vibrant. I think the plants are going to be quite healthy. The cold weather is not or will not have hurt the plants. If anything, this is really the traditional cycle, and I just think you're going to see a lot of great things happening, a lot of happy plants coming up.
So I mowed early, but most people should not start mowing their lawn just yet, right? What could happen if they do that a little bit early?
There's two issues that come up. If the lawn was shaggy from last year, for example, with our customers, we slip out usually at the beginning of December and give it that last cut, and that really holds it nice for the season. So tip for everybody, if you do that last cut in December, the lawn's going to look nice and crisp. So if you didn't do that and you're eager to get out there, please make sure you sharpen your blade. That is the number one thing. People get excited, go out, and they shred the lawn right at the beginning, and it has the little brown tips. It doesn't look good, and it's not a great way to kick off for the health of your lawn. So I would say, number one, if you have to mow because it's been shaggy, put a fresh blade on or get that thing sharpened. And the second thing is just make sure the ground's not too soft so you don't cause any ruts and that kind of thing. Because I know there's some folks that have some leaf litter, maybe from their neighbor's trees or what have you, and
or if they didn't.
That's right, or maybe they didn't. I was trying to give benefit of the doubt, but if you want to clean those up, it's a perfect time. But just make sure the blade is sharp.
So I mentioned that I went and worked out outside for the first time this past weekend. Went to the soccer fields, and they had aerated it like crazy. I mean, there were little cores pulled all over the place. Is that something that we would recommend someone think about at this time of year?
There's some trade-offs with that. If you really need to aerate, many times you're just happy to be getting coverage. So a lot of these sports fields, they just need a lot more turf, because once the kids start playing on it, they're going to start ripping out a whole bunch of the turf and causing damage. On a residential lawn, if you've got a decent stand, meaning 50% or more of grass, we do not recommend aerating in the spring, because a lot of times that new grass doesn't really make it through June, July, August. You lose at least half. So if you're going to be selling your home and you really just need to get some extra grass, that's okay. But better off investing in the crabgrass control and getting that down now, because that will really make the lawn look great for the year, and it really sets the stage so that when you plant, that new grass is not in competition. And fall planting, we do 90% of our seeding in the fall, as does really the industry, because it's the absolute best time to seed. Even the sod farms, that's when they do their seeding.
And we got some rain this week. We had pretty good rain last week. When should people start thinking about watering?
Right now, we have been picking up just enough moisture that unless you've planted something new, like we recently did a landscaping project, and that is probably going to need a little bit of watering. But right now, the ground moisture is solid. So from a turf perspective, Most places are okay unless you maybe have a hill that's been facing the sun or the wind, and you could certainly go water that once, and that's probably going to hold you for probably a week.
All right. Well, there you have it, everybody. If you haven't got your plan in place, you haven't started yet, now's the time. Don't keep waiting because the warm weather's coming. Thanks so much, Richard. If anybody has any questions or they'd like some more information about MoCal, what should they do?
You can go to mocal.com or give us a call. We have friendly folks, and we've been providing utterly dependable service since 1986. We'd love to have you join the herd.
If you got any questions, drop them in the comments. We'll answer them in the future, and we'll see you back again soon.
Cheers.